So I went and got this truck for Austin. We've both been fighting, well, everybody in the family's been fighting sickness and feeling like crap and had Christmas parties, all that stuff going on. So Austin has bought and paid for this truck, bought it sight unseen, hasn't even so much as seen a picture of it. So we're going to walk out here and check this out for the first time. Both of us are still on the mend from being sick, so not exactly the most enthusiastic people at the moment, but yeah. What do you think, bud? Huh?
Yeah, that's a weird spot for it to rust.
Yeah. So this truck is a locally owned one owner survivor truck, if you want to call it that, but unfortunately it's got some rust in some bad places. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but
And also the cab corner.
yeah, it's got some rot in the cab corners, and which is fixable, but that roof is probably not. The guy we got it off of said there's a big dent in the roof too. I haven't been up there and looked at that. Yeah, I'm guessing that dent right there is why there's no bed. I'm gonna guess that this thing got rear-ended and smashed the bed up bad enough that it smashed it on the back of the cab. So
that's been welded on.
yeah, we got torches that'll fix that though. But I think you can probably sell that bumper at one of the farm sales. You can probably sell that, get a couple of your dollars back. It's kind of cool to see this, Austin.
Yeah.
Put on over there and eating. But, so I think what we should do, buddy, is instead of tearing right into it and putting a lift on it and putting a set of like 38s on it right off the bat, I think what we should do is get it running, make it reliable, and let you take it over there stock. We'll get rid of them running boards, maybe make some rock sliders a step or something for them, and let you take it in stock form. Yeah, we need to fix the gas tank. It's about to fall out. It's got a strap completely missing right there. But take it in stock form, let you get your feet wet with it, go over there, enjoy it for a bit, and then build it out. Because if we take it over there and you start out on 38s or 40s or whatever on it with lockers and all that thing, I don't think it'll be a fair way to make you appreciate all the upgrades. So, and this, like I said, this is 100% Austin. This is not Daddy's money. Austin's paid for this. He's paying for the upgrades. It's 100% his deal. He has saved his money the entire time he's worked here at the shop, and this is 100% his truck. I've got no part in this other than I went and picked it up for him when he was sick. So, it's a shame when you see it. I mean, that's fixable, but the rockers are pretty amazing. There is a little bit of a hole up there in the floor, but was a pretty nice truck. But that roof just kills it, in my opinion, on being able to put it back together. I am not a Ford guy in any shape or form. The guy said there was a big dent up here.
It's not.
I don't see no big dent, but right there's that rust. That's just paper thin right there, and it got a big hole up here. So that's unfortunate. Holes here. So she's good enough to make an excellent trail rig. My thoughts are, oop, falling down. My thoughts are with it is run it stock, has a 351 modified in it, I think is what he told me. Hasn't been ran in 20 years, but he said it ran fine. We all know how that goes. Ran when parked. I think run it until that drivetrain messes up, and then we'll stab a small block Chevy in it and make it reliable and easy to find parts for, because I don't do Fords. This is what I would consider a late model Ford. The early Fords, give me a flathead or something like that, that's fine. But as my one buddy says, they stopped making real Fords in 1940. So yeah, this one's 79. If you don't know these Fords, Fords is the only ones. 79 is the only ones with the square headlights in this body style. If you didn't already know that, but there is some really cool documentation in there. Apparently somebody was having a rummage at some point, but look around in there, bud. Hopefully it didn't blow out the window, because I did screw up and forget to roll this window up on the way home. The original sales receipt is in there somewhere. Is that in there? No, it's a white paper about 12 inches wide and nope.
That's mufflers.
That's from having exhaust done. Which, it's kind of funny, this thing still has the factory Kelly converter on it from 1979. Repair tailpipe, $10.50.
Ford.
I was looking for a date on this. Yep, that's it, buddy. I don't see a date on this, but they only gave $10.50 to get the tailpipe fixed. Boy, wouldn't them prices be nice again. Yeah, here we go. It's been really wet, but
Snow tires on this too.
Yeah. Custom style side pickup, chrome front bumper, full foam seat, folding seat back. Let's see, rectangle headlamps. Temperature gauge is an upgrade. Wimbledon white. That's the color. Wimbledon white. I think I'm saying that right. 6.6 liter engine, 400, 8-cylinder, $169 upgrade. And we'll try to lay this flat on the trailer where we can see it better. Oop. So it looks like, if I'm reading that right, the 8400 GVW package, which would be a 3/4 ton, is the $169 upgrade. 6.6 liter engine, 400, $666.60. Transmission automatic. Optional ratio axle. I bet they upgraded I bet it's got 410 gears or something in it. Heater, high output heater. That's a funny option.
Oh, that bumper's loose.
Higher alternator. Cigarette lighter was an $18.30 upgrade. Oil cooler auxiliary, $60. Cooling package extra, $40. Heavy duty shocks. Factory rear auxiliary springs. That's cool. 10-ply rating tires, 104. Mud and snow tires, $64. 1800. Yeah. $1,847.92. Total sell price $9,322.
Wow.
Wow, this truck's from Minnesota. We was told it was a one-owner. Sold to Menard Ford Incorporated, Silver Lake Road, New Brighton, Minnesota. That's pretty cool. Trying to get that last little wrinkle out of the bottom. That's a pretty cool little piece of history, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
Still
we was told that it was sold locally here and it always stayed here. Apparently that's not the case. And which I'm guessing the original owner from '79 has passed away, so that information got misconstrued there somewhere. But maybe it's got a 400 in it and not a 351, because to look at this thing, it does not look like it's been jacked with. Yep, somebody left their sandwich wrapper. But I don't know Fords, so somebody out there in Fordland, chime in and tell me what we got, or tell me what to look for. Basically, to us, what it boils down to is we don't care as long as it runs, and runs for a little while. We're not worried about. Has it got a? Oh, that's your jack handle, bud.
Oh, is it?
Yep, it's got the factory screw jack in it over there yet. But
I thought the hood prop even not had that.
yeah, the hood props came about later. But
It looks like there's a patch on the frame where the front bumper loads on.
That's factory.
Is it?
I think what he's talking about, it's gonna be hard to see, is this plate right here on the inside where that C channel's capped.
This side I can't see because it's steering box.
Yeah, but we haven't dove into it. I didn't want to do anything without Austin here. It's his get up, you know. But we'll get it unstrapped, get her pulled off the trailer, or unchained, and get her off the trailer, and throw a hot battery in it, make sure we got fluids, and see what she does. See if we'll rev up a little bit. Rev it up.
I did that in the alt. I did that in the alt gauge jump.
Oh no, yeah, made a charge. So for whatever reason, we couldn't get the fuel pump to prime up. So we're force feeding it with gravity. We just put a boat tank up there because I told Austin the rule was before he's allowed to use the shop, he has to make it run and drive before it's allowed to go inside to be worked on. So try to make him appreciate having the shop space, because not all of us have that, especially at 14. So he's got it running. He's got the factory gas tank out, and I apologize now if we've skipped some steps and stuff. Austin was real sick for a while, and then he gave it to me, so he's did some tinkering while I've been sick. And so now I'm still sick, but he's got it running. We're going to get it in the shop and tear into it. Right now the goal is bumpers, a fuel cell, and make sure it's reliable. That's it for now. And then after the first wheeling trip and on a stock platform, we're going to let him start doing some upgrades. I want him to appreciate all the steps, and I don't want him to jump right into wheeling on something with 40-inch tires and be like, this is cake work, and not realize what he's actually got. So that's the plans as of now. it's 3/8 copper that they had ran for fuel line, and between it and the oh yeah, it's still got fuel line. Between it and the rubber that was hard as a rock, I'm pretty confident that that's why we couldn't pull fuel from a gasket earlier. So keep pulling that out, buddy.
I need to see if there's a zip tie up here.
So for now, to make sure our it's well after the parts stores have closed, so for now we're running rubber front to back because that's what we have, and make sure our fuel pump's going to work. That way we know when we go to town tomorrow for fuel line, for steel fuel line, we want to know whether we need a fuel pump or not. I'm gonna put the extra under the hood somewhere, I guess. I don't know, because I don't want to cut a big chunk of this out. Get the end of it and hook it to your fuel pump. I doubt you guys can see it. No. 12/14/1989 is what's stamped into the hose. Well, we're calling it a night, I do believe. What's that, Austin?
I am, at least.
Austin is. So, got the new fuel cell installed, and we cut a plate there on the plasma table, as you guys have saw. Got some straps going and everything. Got that all ready to go. Still got to make a vent for it, a vent tube. Ran 3/8 fuel line for it as a temporary job to see what we could see if we could get it going, and couldn't get the pump to build any pressure. Pressurized the tank, pushed fuel to the pump. It still wouldn't come out. We had it unhooked at the carb and it still wouldn't come out at the carb. So gotta give him a fuel pump. When we was underneath there, I noticed that the freeze plug right above the starter is leaking. So we're probably gonna get one of those rubber ones for now. I hate Fords, and I hate I hate freeze plugs. So probably gonna get one of them little rubber tighten up ones for now, and go that route. Hopefully that's the only one that gives us issues, and hopefully this fuel pump is actually the fuel pump. My concern is somebody had cobbled 3/8 copper line for a fuel line on it, and then the fuel pump doesn't actually look that old. My concern is that eccentric that bolts inside on the front of the cam in these Fords is either came loose or is wore out or gone. That fuel pump only has wear marks on one side of the arm, of the rocker arm that rides on that eccentric. So my concern is that eccentric's smashed or something's wrong there, or somebody put this new fuel pump in wrong, tore that up. Not sure. So we're going to try a new fuel pump, mechanical fuel pump. If that doesn't work, we'll pull it out, take this old one, cut the arm off, bolt it on, and run a clicky-clack inline pump. That's the plans as of now. Both of us are still recovering sick, so not moving real fast. But tomorrow is Christmas Eve, and so we got the holidays to contend with, and we're just on a tight schedule. Before we leave for this event, I still have to put an injector in the semi, unload our gooseneck trailer that's got a load of vintage Ford frames on it. What'd you say, buddy?
The red truck.
Yeah, so I have to put an axle shaft and the Super Duty we're taking, a carrier bearing.
Is Grandpa coming with his Jeep?
Nope, it needs a carburetor and a distributor, and I haven't did either one, just haven't had the time. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. We're gonna, tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow's Christmas Eve, we're taking that off. We'll probably hit it again Christmas afternoon. Hopefully by then we're both feeling better. I am just absolutely whooped. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. Well, it's several days later now. I'm still sick as a dog. Austin seems to be feeling better. Still congested in the head a little bit, but we're back out here in the barn. We're still going to try to make it to our event this weekend.
Saturday.
Yeah, well, technically it starts Friday. We're not making Friday. But we're going to try to get this thing running. We did get a fuel pump found and bought for it the other day, a mechanical pump. We're going to get that on and see where we're at from there and see what all other fits it gives. We haven't actually ran it with fuel going through the carburetor yet, so we're not sure how much that carburetor is going to fight us. Not sure if this mechanical fuel pump is going to work. We know we needed to fix a freeze plug that's rusted out. We need to address that somehow. The brakes are hanging up on the front. What else, bud?
Oh, the training line.
Yeah, it's got a training line hanging down we got to move. That shouldn't be too big of a deal. So yeah, a lot of stuff to do in 2 days. Plus we still have to put an injector in the semi, plus unload the semi trailer. So a lot of stuff to do in 2 days when you feel like absolute garbage, but we're not giving up yet. So probably not gonna be a whole lot of talking. And the rest of this video, probably some more time lapse just cause I'm not up to talking. So. You get what I'm saying about that arm has to go underneath that eccentric. So when you push that up in there, it should have some pressure on it to not want to go flush. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Right now I'm trying to align that stud up there. Yeah.
So it's got pressure where it's not wanting to sit flat.
Yeah.
That's a really hard spot to get a view. I get the camera up in there and you can't see because it's too dark.
Oh.
Will it stay there so you can get a nut on it? You need me to hold it, or what you need?
I'll be able to get a nut on it.
There's a nut. There's a nut again. Once you get that started, and you get your top bolt in, is that holding it there?
Yeah.
Alright. The gasket still look alright?
Yeah. I'm going to put the top for the top bolt. That's how we took it out.
Okay. I know it's about impossible to see from down here, but getting it?
Yeah.
Can't see Jack Diddley.
I don't know if I'm going the right way.
Huh?
I don't even know if I'm going the right way to put this on.
Well, the top should go to the right. So if you're pushing it in, your top goes that way.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Just didn't feel like it was,
Huh?
it didn't feel like it was wanting to thread in. Yeah, it's not wanting to thread in.
You probably have to push that fuel pump up tight as you do it. I might have to lay underneath there and push on it.
That's why it's not lined up.
Can you get it?
Not yet.
What on earth are you doing?
Wait, that's right. I had to use this end because there wasn't enough room.
Can you get a 1/4 inch drive ratchet on it?
Maybe.
And change jamming the music.
We would have had. Wait, stool's not over here.
The fuck are you doing?
I thought the stool was over here.
Would you like the stool?
I got it.
That went way easier than I expected it to. Fuel pump's on, fuel line's on. We want to crank it up here in a second and see what, see if that fuel pump will work. I'm really hoping it does.
The bottom fuel.
Nothing like dumping raw fuel straight on top of your distributor. Austin's looking for the, I don't know what it's called.
It's not in here.
It's probably in my truck.
Do what?
It's probably in my truck.
Is it
Just go ahead and bump your key. It's fine. Fire extinguisher on the forklift if we need it. All we're trying to do right now is see if that new fuel pump's gonna actually put some fuel up here. Hang on, buddy. Can't be dumping fuel all over our creepers. What, bud?
My written set's also under there.
It's fine. I just didn't want to soak that cardboard with fuel. Go ahead. We have fuel. Oh, damn. Alrighty. Yeah, you got fuel up here.
Cool.
I bet that hose clamp I gave you was off this line. So you need to grab that hose clamp we had back there, hook this line back up.
Sweet.
Always feels good to make progress, doesn't it?
Huh?
Grab your stool that I covered up with the cardboard. I said always feels good to make progress.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things on this truck we're going to do that are just going to get him to the trail, and then he's going to go out and play with it a couple times, learn some driving etiquette on the trail, learn some things about driving off-road, that type of thing, and then we'll make the necessary upgrades to make it more reliable and do better, more capable off-road. But right now our goal is to make it there Friday, Saturday, whatever day. Go ahead and crank it up and see what happens. Hopefully this thing will sit here and run off its own fuel pump now.
Ready?
Yep. Might have to give it a little bit of gas. Exhaust manifold gasket, actually, yeah,
You what?
it was quieter until we blew that exhaust manifold gasket. So far, the only thing of concern is that freeze plug. You guys can see that bunch of freaking antifreeze down there. So, but on a positive note, looks like the carburetor is going to work good enough for now. So, pretty happy about that.
Are we also going to cut the exhaust off or no?
Maybe not. You have to learn that if you go to give it throttle and it bulbs like that, doesn't do anything, you go right off and give it some throttle again. We're not going to go make this thing perfect before Friday with everything else we got going on. I want to do it once. The top was loose a second ago. Yeah. bumper's foobarred. Go ahead and drag it out there. What's your thoughts on a square bumper or a round tube bumper?
But tube would be more happy and slide over stuff than square bumper because it would catch more stuff.
Well, a square one will have a flat profile on the front, but we can still angle the bottom of it back. You know what I mean? And we can do that with the round one too. We can still come off the bottom of it with an angle. But I don't know that we'll completely be able to build a complete bumper before the trip because we're so short on time. But we can, I definitely want to get something that goes all the way across.
Yeah.
To protect the front end. And then some kind of pull or recovery point. But my thoughts are is we can start a bumper build and then finish it up and dress it up later. As far as, you know, if we put a piece of tube across there, we can miter the corners and pull them back so that it's kind of wider here and then taper it back a little bit. But for now, all we might end up with is the bracket and the front rail with that miter. We might not cap it or put the bottom down. My thoughts are is whatever plate we end up across here needs to be big enough for a winch later on. And then we can angle the bottom of it down and attach it here. But I think we're probably gonna have to weld to the side of the frame rails.
Also,
bolting them.
if we don't get the top or the bottom welded on right away, it'd be able to wrap a strap around it.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, if you just had a tube.
Yeah, or the square.
Yeah. Well, we might just make one good enough for now. Big piece of tube. We've got the like 5-inch pipe. We could put something like that on there.
How long is it?
Some of the ones I got are like 10 foot long. Well, we can cut it down. I don't know. I'll say building the one that we want to build and then building the one we had time to build is two different things.
Yeah.
But oh, we'll see what we get done. It is almost 9 o'clock, and we didn't get out here until real late because I still feel like garbage. But we're gonna hit it again in the morning. I think all we have to get done is it still needs transmission fluid. Need a bumper of some sort. The front brakes are still hanging up a little bit. I'm really hoping that we can take him out to their house out in the country, just let him drive around the yard, and they're going to free up a little. We got to finish welding up the rear bumper, so should be able to get it all knocked out tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, and then Friday, hopefully by then, the injector and the parts for the semi come in. Excuse me. We got to get that done yet, unload the trailer, and fix another truck yet. So plenty of time. All right, guys, it's the next day. We are on a mission just to make this thing goable. Goable? Is that a word?
No clue.
Where we can go. Basically what that amounts to is we're going to make recovery points for the front and back. We're not going to do very much work on those or make them that pretty because they're all going to get redone. Basically, we're doing just enough to get us there at this point. So Austin's going to grind up on the frame back here where I can weld in some braces and some gussets and stuff. We just cut on the plasma table real quick just to make it easy. And then once that's welded up, we're going to push the truck back a little bit and fob up a quick, easy front bumper. And then we're going to call this truck good enough. It is not built by no means. I guess there's a couple other things we got to address. We got to get an air cleaner on it. We got a freeze plug that's leaking. we may just hope and pray that it stays together, but we did buy the little rubber replacement ones that you crank in. If we have time, we're going to get that done. So, I mean, he's running open. Yeah, we got to put some fluids in it. He's running open diffs, the tires that came on the trucks, everything. And I'm going to let him run it like that a couple times so he can appreciate lockers and such when as he gets them and as it grows. But long term with this truck is it's going to get cut off behind the cab. And I don't know, forgive me if I've repeated this 8,000 times by now, but we're going to eventually cut this off behind the cab and build what's called a truggy. So none of this stuff that we're doing today is permanent. It's just a temporary fix, so we've got recovery points, and so that the frame's got a little bit of braces to it so it doesn't get all twisted and stuff if we do have to pull on it pretty hard. So that's the goal for today, and hopefully by the end of the day this is ready to go, and we have a trailer out and ready to go because it is currently raining and it's sitting in the yard, and all my vehicles are 2-wheel drive, so that should be fun. Hey guys, thanks for following along. Not the way I wanted this video to go as far as how it was put together and stuff, but a lot of times I simply just screwed up the video by either thinking that it was recording or forgetting to hit record, whatever. But that's what happens when you're all doped up on cold and flu meds. It is now Friday night, just a little bit before this is going to air in less than 24 hours, but it's snowing and raining, and we are just now calling it quits on this truck. We've worked on it basically 4 days, 5 days maybe, and it's not even 4 days, because a lot of days I only could get 4 or 5 hours in and I was just toast. I just didn't have the energy. So anyway, straight from sitting for 20 plus years of a barn find to hit the trails in less than 4 or 5 days with a 14-year-old driver. And the time you guys are watching this is today, which the day you guys watch this will be Austin's birthday. So Austin's turning 14 and we're heading to Attica tomorrow in his new trail rig for his birthday. So wish him a happy birthday. And then we're taking the, you can barely see it over there, the crew cab Super Duty. Austin's gonna grab the light for you. There you go. Austin calls, turn the light back please. Yeah, Austin calls that one Clifford. Big red truck. But anyway, make sure you guys stay tuned for the carnage in next week's video. Like I said, first time for Austin driving off-road in his trail rig, and then I pretty well despise that Super Duty, so there should be some carnage there as well. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, all the good stuff, and we'll see you on the next one.